In my video about the coffee station, I got a few questions on how I mount it and stuff like, the overall making of it. So I thought that we could do a quick video and run through the overall feature of it, but mainly how it's like made and mounted. So let's move a little bit closer so you can see what I mean. The Peli Case itself is a 1495. It's the briefcase model, and there is a reason why I chose this. But then again, in the aftermath, I could have used any other box. But first of all, I had this, but I'll show you why that I could have used any other box. In terms of layout and everything, I simply just put everything like I wanted it, what I needed, how I wanted it organized. And then for attachment, I drilled 2 holes. This is M8 bolts that is run straight through. I have a little rubber sealing on both the inside and the outside. Those seals are to prevent water from coming in. As of now, I haven't had any leakage. I have it both in the top and the bottom. So 4 bolts in total. Because it was a briefcase, there were already mounted some wire stops or some way of making the lid stop. Those were unfortunately missing, so put in paracord to the amount up here, and then down here I made a L-shaped bracket that I then bolted to the lid. And first off, there were some made holes for the molly panel that goes in the briefcase. Those I started to use, but then once you use them one time, you can't reuse them. So I ended up drilling through, again putting those rubber seals in, and simply having a screw going through and through. So I could make this L-shaped bracket. Then it's simply just paracord to the L bracket, and then a climbing knot to tighten it down. As I said, the Peli Case itself is mounted to this, it's actually a tailgate table, kind of similar to the one I have down here. I found them on Amazon and actually saw that they were cheaper than buying these molly attachment. That was the original idea behind it. Also, these are steel, so I can use magnets on them, and there's no rust. But again, simply bolted through. You have these eyes and holes here, which lined it up perfectly with the holes I made, so I could simply just bolt them together. And then this plate attaches to my overall side rack. There is exactly 60 centimeters here, which is why I made it this width. And then it's sort of a module. So if I want to take this off, I just loosen 4 screws, and then I can take the whole thing off. It might not be the easiest way, but then again, it won't go anywhere in terms of driving and stuff like that. I have it in a great height, a great position, so whenever we're out and about, it fits in my working height. Nothing to it there. Last, in terms of what I wanted to change, if I have to do it again, I would probably go with another case, simply due to the width of this one. It is a little bit narrow. Fortunately, I had these medicine cases laying around, and the coffee cups and everything were perfectly aligned, but maybe I would go with one of those, I think it's called 1510 or 1550 or something, that is a little bit wider. It doesn't add to the overall width of the van, but it gives me a little more space in here, and also I could do a little bit more underneath the table here. Other than that, I'm very, very happy with it. I wouldn't change anything about this sorting, the brackets, the way that it's mounted, nothing there. So again, overall, I really enjoy this little coffee stand, and if you haven't seen like the walkthrough of it, I'll link the video above. But until then, please remember to like and subscribe and all that, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.